Mexico City. Tonight it's on to week 4 as we've got a good Thursday night matchup in store between the Cleveland Browns and the Mexico City Golden Eagles. We welcome everybody again alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin and CD. We've got an interesting test here today. One of the league's best passing games and one of the best pass defenses set to square up and see who can perform better in a high-profile matchup.
And you and I talk about all the time how fortunate we are to be in this position, to be around these types of games. And as jacked up as these fans are, how about these two teams? They've been looking forward to testing themselves.
A couple of 2-1 teams set to square off, and we're underway here in NFL Week 4.
This one fielded at the 5. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. Leading the charge will be their quarterback, always fun to watch, Deshaun Watson.
And I thought it was a really nice performance last week by him. 3 touchdown passes. I think that signifies exactly what he was getting done. He did have the 1 interception.
That's the ratio you say you're okay with, right?
If you go 3-to-1, you're going to be pretty happy over the course of the season. And let's face it, he'll never blame the receiver publicly. But behind closed doors, he probably told his agent, hey, what's the deal? I should have had a perfect game.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. A check on the numbers for Chubb from a week ago. 16 carries, 113 yards, and a score.
Well, obviously, he didn't have a great deal of time between games, having to turn around on a short week and get ready for Thursday night football. But he said in pregame, he was feeling pretty good and felt more recovered from last week's contest than he would have expected. Didn't seem to think this short week was going to affect him much as he chases a big performance here in prime time.
Throwing on third down, Watson.
That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones.
And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, able to get the completion, but unfortunately not able to get the third down conversion there on that play.
And I like how the defense approached that one. They knew where the first down marker was, and they decide whatever you want to have, you can. You're just not going to get the first down. Excellent tackling right there.
Following the punt return here, there's someone shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
Here we go.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Norton. This one complete to his running back, Jamal Williams. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
That's a pretty play there coming out of the backfield, but as that back, you've got to be conscious of making sure you're securing the football. When you get out in open field, sometimes you get a little loose with it as you're trying to get up ahead of steam. Make sure you keep it close to your body because those defenders are trying to punch it free. He does a nice job there protecting the ball and picking up a first down.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll bring up 2nd down. They'll run it for the first time with Williams. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. To throw on third down, Norton. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
But one of the things we talked about coming into this was that we were never going to question the fight that he's going to have for all 4 quarters of a game. But ideally, you want him fighting for big plays and first downs early, not fighting just to get back to the line of scrimmage, as we saw right there.
Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. And well done here. That one will kick out of bounds at about the 8-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
They begin this drive with Chubb. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw, Watson. He's going to drop this one down for Chubb. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Watson on 3rd down. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the first down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll get this just across the 25-yard line. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. A shotgun snap for Watson. That's out to Chubb, complete. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. On 4th down on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. .51 yards on the punt there. And out will come the offense as they take over. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Back to throw. Norton, and he slings one that's incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Norton. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. Well, when you've got a quarterback like this dead to rights, you got to make sure to wrap up. Instead, though, he breaks free, and off he goes.
Yeah, and at the risk of sounding just a little bit trite, this is just a tackle that needs to be made. It's one thing when you've got a bruising 230-pound running back coming your way, but when it's a quarterback who's running for his life, your teammates will tell you, you've got to get him on the ground.
And the next-gen stats shows us the tale of how much yardage he was able to pick up after the initial contact. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. Now Watson. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. They go with Chubb on 2nd down. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3. Here's Watson. Looking for Cooper, and it's entered. Now he's hit on the return. It's a loose football. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. Look at this. Middle of the field, a breakaway. And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. Boy, CD, what a way to score. You want to talk about a roller coaster of emotions. They've got the big play, then they cough it up. It seems to be disastrous, but his teammate is there to scoop it and score it.
Not much else I can add to that, partner. I'll just say one thing. We just saw momentum swing several times on one play.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams.
Well, this defense for the Browns, they were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
His first catch, good for 16 and a first.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
On first down, Norton. That's complete right around the 8. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
They'll toss this to Pierce on the right side.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Golden Eagles use the only turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
Well, with this rookie QB, we talk a lot about his ball placement and how good he can be at laying it right in there. I think we just saw, Charles, though, the strength of that arm. That was an absolute rifle for the completed touchdown.
It absolutely was, and let's face it, you think he was really ready to get that first touchdown? Absolutely. He threw that pass with authority, just as you described. Big-time arm right there, and let's face it, a lot of quarterbacks used to be pitchers in baseball. The fastball was usually their best pitch, and we saw it there.
And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field.
They are riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much. Don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best, and don't worry about the rest of it.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. And again, it's Chubb. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Up the middle, it's Chubb. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They go up the middle with Chubb. And yet again. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 47 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Watson. That's to the right side and complete to Njoku. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. From the 35 on 2nd down. Watson forced out to his left. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the 1st down marker. The Browns on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
I haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully, that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the 1st down sticks are, and get there.
On 1st down, it's Watson. He finds Kalen Ballage, his running back. And they'll get him down inside the red zone at the 14. It's also a gain of 14. 1st down.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, Watson. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. Ball on the 8. It's 2nd and 4. Watson now to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Watson. Touchdown! Jamal Agnew, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Well executed there offensively. Defense looked a little confused, but he found his receiver, and that one good for 6 points.
And the payoff we just saw there tells us how many times they ran this play in practice over the past few weeks, because they executed that flawlessly right here on game day when the situation arose.
Extra point by Gay is up and good, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25 as King opts for the touchback. Out is their quarterback with this offense to take over once more. He had the touchdown pass last time they had it. And they'll start here with a 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Norton. Over the middle, he's got Watkins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a gain of 16 for number 16.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a 1st down.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Norton. That's caught by his tight end, Foster Moreau.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 43.
1st and 10, it's Pierce.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Norton. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
From the gun on 3rd down, Norton. And that will be incomplete. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. And that is no good. He hit it well from distance, but he couldn't work it back in, and this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2.
And anytime you see a kicker trot out to try one from 56 yards, you know everything's got to come off perfectly for it to have a chance. If the laces aren't quite right, if he doesn't hit the fat part of the ball just right, it's unlikely to go through, and that one winds up no good.
The Browns drive about to get started.
And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime. If you're a good football team, you spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
Defense.
Trying to cover Cooper there a little too closely.
And he's such a tough cover because he runs his route so well. Hard to stay with him and hard to figure out exactly where the break points are. And in this case, he created another pass interference call.
And that is incomplete. The coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Throwing again is Watson. Dumps this to his running back, Chubb.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
But they've certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Again, it's Watson. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down.
In every game, we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
To try again after the sack. Watson.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. To throw is Watson. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Matt Gay now gets ready for the field goal try. On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt. And Gay knocks this one through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And it'll come out to the 25 as King opts for the touchback. Out is Mexico City now to go on offense.
Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, Do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. The offense on third down tonight, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that is incomplete. On 4th down, out is the punter, Cameron Johnston, to boot it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and they will take over 1st and 10. The offense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus now to Nick Chubb. And it may just be the second quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point. Now it's Watson. Flush to his right. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away.
And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
They'll start on the ground with Pierce.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score.
Come on. Hey. Ready, go.
To throw on 2nd down. Norton. And that is incomplete. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Norton.
He'll get this into the hands of Nico Collins.
And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. First down now, but that clock rolling. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that will bring up 2nd down. They should have got more out of that, though. He was wide open.
I love how emphatic you are with that call, because that's exactly what I was thinking. Wide open in the flat. Give him a ball that he can use to get upfield with, not just catch and go over the sideline. He cost himself some yardage there.
He's got it to Collins, complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
Defense.
So they will wave off the flag and let the completion stand.
Really great job by the receiver, fighting through all the contact and still coming down with the football. All that great work in practice being put into the game.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got it. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 13-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got the step on him. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Back to throw again. And it's caught. Touchdown.
John Mechie,
his first touchdown on the year.
And the Golden Eagles go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points.
There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead is now 14-10. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
This will be fielded inside the 5.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
Now Nick Chubb of the Browns gets set for their next possession. They're behind in the first half here, CD, but it's not through any fault of their running back. He's had a strong start to this one.
And you're right about that, partner, because watching him play, you would think that his team is in the lead. He has been a lot of fun in this contest. Now let's see if they can actually make something happen and put more points on the board behind his efforts.
Yeah, I'm curious to see, Charles, if they can play complementary football and get that passing game going as well.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Watson. And this one is incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Back to throw, Watson. They set up the screen to Chubb. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. On 4th down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. On the return, it's King.
A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. One final go for this offense here in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Back to the air on 2nd down. Norton, he's going to fire one deep left sideline. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
On is the punter, Johnston, now as he sends this one away.
That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half.
They'll start with the option.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we've reached halftime here in a 4.
And we'll jump right over halftime and keep the game going here in week 4. Second half kickoff ready to go.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
23 yards the pickup there.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Let's go now.
Give left side for Pierce to the 43, second down.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Norton. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown.
So this whole game gets flipped on its ear right there. The interception, return for a touchdown, and this lead changes hands here in the third quarter.
And it certainly felt like this defense had a read on what was going on the offensive side of the ball and said, let's cut down our coverage a little bit. Let's be in a position to make a play on the ball. And, boy, that sure turned out well for them.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now 17-14. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone. Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
Off the play fake. Norton. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the second half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different.
On third down, Norton going deep here for Watkins. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Here's Cameron Johnston now as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. So here are the Browns to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Watson.
That's complete to Peoples-Jones.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards, the final tally.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
Now a first down throw, Watson.
This complete to David Bell. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
From the 39, Watson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. Watson looks to throw again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
And he is going to have a Browns first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll go left side on the ground with Chubb. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. They run it again with Chubb. 3 yards on the pickup there, and they've got it back to 3rd and 10.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
He's got his tight end, David Njoku.
And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
On 1st down, it's Watson.
It's caught by Bryant. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Watson.
And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones.
The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal. To the air yet again, Watson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Donovan Peoples-Jones.
A 9-yard touchdown grab. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away.
This one fielded at the 5. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Out is Mexico City now to go on offense.
They're down now 24-14. Work to do as they come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Norton. That's complete. It's Collins. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Pierce now up the middle.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down.
And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
But let's be honest about the whole thing. When you're looking for a reliable set of hands on third down, the first thought is often not fullback. But that's who they turn to there, and he does a nice job of securing the football and picking up the first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Bronco switch. Bronco switch.
Pierce takes it straight ahead.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Norton. Touchdown!
Nico Collins
From 10 yards out.
and the Golden Eagles have cut it back within a score.
And remember, partner, that's a rookie quarterback back there. Apparently, he's getting the hang of this NFL thing pretty quickly.
That 3 touchdown passes. You're right, he looks comfortable. What are they doing? Anything in particular?
Well, they keep talking about making sure they're giving him plays that fit his talents and also maybe shrinking the playbook a little bit. They did tell us that. Bottom line, he's really good.
Fairbairn good with the extra point. And that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback.
And the Browns getting set to go.
Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive.
Chubb on the counter. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Second down, here's Chubb again.
A very good move, but for a short gain out near the 32.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Watson now to throw.
He's going to drop this.
And it's a fumble. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
So turnovers, Charles, you figure will be key in the second half, and that's a big giveaway there.
Yeah, and as you and I both know, coaches are always preaching ball security, and none more often than right here in the second half of a tight football game. Now you've got to believe what the coaches are saying and take care of that football.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Following the fumble recovery, Norton. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. And he goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now a handoff for Pierce.
And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Back now in Mexico City. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal.
Here's Pierce. He's in for a touchdown. Just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible, but all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
On for the PAT, Ka'imi Fairbairn. And that will make this a 4-point game. So that drive, 4 plays.
And it was Dameon Pierce closing things out with a touchdown run.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Cleveland offense making their way out. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 22.
He'll start things off with a handoff to Chubb. Jeff Okudah up from his quarterback spot to make the play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Watson. That's to the right side and complete to Njoku. Only able to gain a couple there. 3rd and 7 now. A shotgun snap for Watson. Going for the deep ball. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
Here's King. A big kick that time, 52 yards.
Out is Mexico City now to go on offense. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Throwing to start the drive. Norton. And this one's incomplete. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
On 2nd down, here's Pierce.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted a 1/3 of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This will be 3rd and 5. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Here's Cameron Johnston now, as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here.
Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth quarter lead.
On 1st down, Watson. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed, too.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. Oh, what a move. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
72 yards rushing now for Chubb, and a 1st down as well.
Another carry for their leader, and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. To throw is Watson. And a throw right sideline is complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Now Chubb running right. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Watson. He's got it. Touchdown, Browns. Donovan Peoples-Jones with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Browns have taken a 4th quarter lead.
I know we often laugh and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead. And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that gives them a 3-point lead. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Out is Mexico City now to go on offense. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the 4th quarter. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Operating from the gun, Norton. And he'll find Moreau here. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. And they run the option on 2nd down. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Handoff left side, Pierce. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Looking to throw. Norton. And he whips that one incomplete there. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Norton. And that will be incomplete. Here's Cameron Johnston now as he's on to kick it away. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at their own 18. Watson. And he'll just get rid of it. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. Watson on 3rd down. Being chased out left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
The Browns send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. It's a 46-yard punt, 2 on the return.
Out is Mexico City now to go on offense. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. To throw on third down, Norton steps away to his left.
Open man there is Collins, complete.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback, because instead of forcing something on third down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a first down.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now, down at the 31. Looking to throw, Norton.
This one swung out to Williams.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll make it 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Back to throw again. Finding Williams once more, complete.
Let's go now.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And able to complete it to Moreau.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They've got a first down in field goal range already. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
And oh, that one nearly intercepted. That would have sealed it. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
On 2nd down, Williams looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Back to throw. Flushed out right. 5 yards that time out of the scramble, but now they're looking at a 4th down situation. The kick by Fairbairn is good, and that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. So a big kick to get this back to even. Yet now the worry is, did you leave too much time on the clock? Because another field goal the other way, that does you in.
You're exactly right. You didn't get it to overtime yet. So now as a defense, you've got to think to yourself, you can't play prevent defense and just give up big chunks of yardage in front of you. But you also can't let anyone behind you. So you sit right on the line between the two, play the best defense you can, and not make it easy for them to move the ball downfield.
Watson. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
To throw, Watson. Into the hands of Cooper. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. Watson trying to get his guys moving. Now Watson. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The Browns send out their punter now. He's been terrific so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. A good kick, 48 yards, 4 on the return. And control of the football, switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Hey, Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And partner, you and I both know the safe calls to kneel and just take it into overtime. But it's also very tough to pass up a chance to win it right now as well. But remember, if you do attempt that, it's got to be a big play downfield and still leave yourself enough time to get your field goal unit out there and kick for the win.
Escaping the pressure right. He's going to let this go deep, back over the middle. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. 4 quarters not enough. We're all even, and to overtime we go.
How much fun is this for everyone who's watching the game? How much fun is it for us to see this one get an extra period to get settled?
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
And they will play it safe here and bring this one out to the 25. The Browns set and ready to go on offense. Well, they fought hard to reach this point, Charles, and now what an opportunity. They've got the ball first, a chance to take this overtime win away from the hostile crowd.
And you know, as the quarterback steps into the huddle, the first thing he's telling his team is, remember, we need 6, not 3. So we don't need a good drive. We need a great drive. And this is what they've been planning for. It's time to execute and take it downfield, even against all these odds.
An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. So they come out forward in the extra session and get a nice hook up right away.
Tells you a lot about what a coach feels about his team, doesn't it? That type of a play in overtime. So many people in this situation play not to lose instead of playing to win. That throw there tells you exactly what they're trying to get done.
Off of play action, it's Watson.
That is caught left side by Bryant.
To throw again on second down. Watson.
And that nearly picked off. Oh, that would have been a big INT here in overtime. Instead, they'll get another shot on third down.
Watson looks to throw again. And that is incomplete. The Browns send out their punter now. On for a very important punt here in overtime. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Out is Mexico City now to go on offense. Well, their defense did the job, got off the field without giving up any points. And now, Charles, all they need here is a field goal, and they get the victory.
Yeah, and this is the way I love overtime. I'm one of those really old school guys that like sudden death right from the beginning. Well, we've got it now because any points wins the game. On defense, get a safety, a pick six, fumble return. You can win it as well. So I'm really looking forward to this series and see how both sides play it.
Ready.
On third down, Norton. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Gain of 9 that time on the scramble, 1 yard shy of the marker, and it brings up 4th.
That looked great when he first took off because in my mind, there was room to run and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with his 4th down call.
We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return, and the Browns will take over 1st and 10. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
From the 31, Watson. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. Watson to Njoku there for the Cleveland first. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmys and the Joes.
Now, quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. Gets around him.
87 yards rushing for him now as he is just trying to will his guys to an overtime victory.
Now Watson. He's got his tight end, David Njoku.
And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Back to throw, Watson. To the left side and complete for Amari Cooper.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You've got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. And a short gain here down to the 22. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. So it all rests now on the right foot of the kicker, Matt Gay. This to win it in overtime. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. And it's pandemonium in the dog pound as the Browns are going to win the football game.
Well, things started off exciting. This one had a high-scoring first half, and nobody let their foot off the gas in the second half either, Charles. And, you know, for them, a really nice victory in a high-scoring output.
You're right about that because so many times we'll see teams come out slow and take a while to get going, and points become a little bit harder to score near the end of games, as we know, because everyone tightens down. But no such issues in this game. The scoring started right away and held up at a steady clip the remainder of the game.
So for Cleveland, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And now they'll have a few extra days here before they face Cincinnati next week. Meanwhile, for the home team here, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road.